The Well of Lexington is a local nonprofit that provides housing and support. Hold on. Turn on my teleprompter.
There you go.
For survivors of human trafficking, a very important cause here. And later this month, the group is going to be hosting a golf scramble to help raise money.
Oh, yes, money, money, money. And joining us this morning to tell us is board member Bobby Sturgeon. Bobby, thank you for coming by. We're so glad to see you.
Thanks for having me.
So I think the first question that we need to address here is for people who are unfamiliar, what is the Well of Lexington?
The Well of Lexington is a nonprofit organization. We focus on the housing of women that have been in the sex trafficking situation. We also offer education to schools, children on how to avoid sex trafficking, because unfortunately for us, Kentucky is rising in sex trafficking, a lot of that having to do with our opioid crisis.
Right.
So,
Now, what can people like me and her and just everybody out in the community, what can they do to kind of to help out in this situation? I mean, what do we need to look for? What do we need to do?
yeah, there's a couple of things you can do. Number one, you can obviously always support the Well of Lexington. You can always go to www.welloflexington.com. There's ways to, you can provide financially, you can provide food, clothing for these women. But more importantly is just educating our children, educating those that may not be aware of that sex trafficking is real. It happens every day in Lexington. It happens all over the country. And the more we know about it, the better off we'll all be.
Yeah, it sometimes gets swept under the rug because it is a tough subject to talk about, but you're absolutely right. It is prevalent. And, you know, you all have a really fun event coming up as another way to support this wonderful cause. Something Jim is all about.
Well, that's right. I wanted to play until he said, we're full, but that's good.
That's a good thing.
That is a good thing. On August 16th, the Well of Lexington will be hosting a golf tournament at Champions.
And at Champions.
I know, it's a nice course.
It's a great course. We have tons of supporters. A lot of businesses have come out to support the organization or the event itself. So we're super excited, and hopefully we're going to be able to raise a lot of money for a good cause.
And you know, we have to talk about it. COVID. Any protocols that people need to be aware of?
Not at this point, but as soon as the governor or anybody recommends certain protocols, we'll be happy to comply.
Now, for you, what is your drive to help the Well? I mean, what is it? What inside? What is it?
Yeah, for me, when I first learned about the Well and sex trafficking, the first thing I thought of were my two little girls.
Yeah.
I have a 9-year-old and a 15-year-old little girl, and the average age for sex trafficking is 13. So as you think of, as I thought of my little girls, I decided that I wanted to be on the board. I wanted to help just educate those that aren't familiar with the situation. And that's why I became a part.
As I've been traveling around and going to like some of the big tourist destinations over the past few years, not last year because nobody could go anywhere, you know, going to the beach, going to just down to Tennessee, I see all these billboards now that people watch out, you know, human trafficking is real, it's happening here. And I imagine in cities like that, that's a big issue too, because you got all these people that are just transplants in. So this is a real thing, and it's awful.
It's awful. It's all over the country. It's unfortunately because well, let me say this, Kentucky for child abuse and neglect is top 1, 2 in the country right now. So that leads to a lot of sex trafficking. The opioid crisis leads to sex trafficking, and we're in the midst of it currently. And the more we know, the more we can fight it.
Yeah, and we're happy to see that folks are giving back and supporting this wonderful cause. And for more information, you can always go to thewelllexington.com. We appreciate you being here.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.